Who is this singular soul that hath the power to free a sovereign of hell from mine eternal chains? You. Of course. Who else could it be? You've been a real thorn in my side. You know that? And speaking as the only demon in the room, poking and prodding at people is supposed to be my job. We both know what you want to say to me, so go on. Say it. You think I'm hot as hell. Now, if you really want to rev my infernal engine, you can tell me what circle of hell you think I'm as hot as. I admit, my time as a succubus has largely been spent in upper, or should that be lower, management. I'm not sure I've ever been in the field. Is it always this cold up here? Just because we're demons doesn't mean our dealings, dalliances, and long-term, low-commitment booty calls with mortals aren't all mutually beneficial. It's succub us, not succub I. Well, okay, technically in the plural. You get the idea. Oh, is this an offering? For me? I don't like it. Try again. For millennia, I enjoyed the comforts of my throne in hell, sending my vast, sexy armies to do my dark bidding. But there was one soul even my strongest soldiers could not sup upon. Yours. I knew eventually I would have to come up here and deal with you personally, but that was supposed to be next Eon Desdemona's problem. Now I come to find you summoned me here yourself. What kind of glutton for punishment are you? Come closer now. I want to get a proper look at you. I'd say I don't bite, but we both know that's not true. You have a certain eager-to-please air about you, like you'd do anything I require in order to increase my affection for you. Makes me wish I wore thigh-high boots for you to lick. But I'm sure we can come up with an adequate substitute. I am the mother of all succubi. Not literally, but still. I suppose that makes me the ultimate MILF. If you're so keen to touch me, you could start by asking nicely. Maybe then I'll show you what I really like. Oh, is this an offering? For me? I don't like it. Try again. History has seen fit to mark me by many an infamous appellation. Aeshith Zeninim, Mystery, the mother of abominations, the rhymes with shore of Babylon. Never liked the judgy tone of that last one. But you will address me by the only name I ever chose for myself. Desdemona. I plucked it from the pages of a delightful little play which I saw in its first run. They ought to have called me the patron of the arts of Babylon, but I suppose that's a bit of a mouthful. Do you always squirm so deliciously when all-powerful immortals lay eyes on you? Or is it just me? Oh, who's a squirmy little wormy? You are. Now, give Mummy a taste of that yummy gummy worm. I'm not bad. I'm just spawned that way. I have the utmost respect for the oldest profession, of course, but for succubi, bumping uglies is not work. We are artists, and our medium is the body. Would you call Michelangelo a house painter because he did a ceiling once? What gave you the idea I'd want this? You must be confusing me with some other demonic entity. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Ask any demon. All of humanity's greatest geniuses now call hell home. Picasso? Perv. Einstein? Adulterer. James Joyce? Jaywalker. Also, he had a total fart fetish. It's the place to be if you have a taste for the finer things in afterlife. Like me. Or should that be, like I do? Let's not kid ourselves, it's absolutely both. Are you here to pay me tribute? Goody. I'm having ever so much fun coming up with arbitrary lists of demands. It's not that I need to be taken to the beach 666 times. I just love how happy you look after you do as you're told. I'm not like other demons. I can give you anything you desire, but only if you beg me for it. Not because I'm reluctant to share my many, many gifts with you. I just love hearing mortals beg. If you're so keen to touch me, you could start by asking nicely. Maybe then, I'll show you what I really like. What gave you the idea I'd want this? Like all my succubi forces before me, I came here on a mission to seduce and ensnare you once and for all. But don't mistake my determination for desperation. I am not and have never been thirsty. A queen knows she need only wait, and her wine will be poured. And when it is, trust me, I shall drink of you it deeply. Oh, if only there were someone on this mortal plane worthy of giving me a foot rub. If only someone could prove themselves to me, that they might be rewarded with the gift of serving me. Now you can cross "Danced with the Devil in the Pale Moonlight" off your bucket list. The first of many wishes I'll grant for you, I'm sure. Demons never chase our prey. We'd have to work on our stamina for that, and if there's one thing we loathe, it's exercise. I changed my mind. I don't want this anymore. That shouldn't be a problem, should it? You're ever so good at fetching me things. Despite certain rumors about bodily fluids, we succubi actually feed off of the intense emotions that follow from lust. Obsession, possessiveness, but shame especially. It's so all-consuming, it eats you up inside. And then we eat. Which is why you were such a tough nut for us to crack. You don't feel guilty about your carnal appetites, no matter how voracious or varied. I must say, I find it rather intriguing and impressive. From a professional standpoint, obviously. If it isn't the funniest little mortal I ever had the pleasure of leading to temptation. What sorts of debauchery shall we get up to together this time? Don't. Demons never chase our prey. If I found myself a little angelic plaything on the side, then that would make for some very good omens. I changed my mind. I don't want this anymore. That shouldn't be a problem, should it? That's more like it, yes. Now, doesn't that feel so much more rewarding than if you'd gotten it right the first time without any challenge? Demons never chase. If I adore all the lusty ladies you surround yourself with. Such a bevy of beauties, a variety of vixens, a harem of hotties, a wagon load of waifus? Are any of them looking for a side hustle? When one has been witness to creation as I have, a mortal such as yourself seems so small. Small, but not insignificant, as I once thought, before I met you. You're like a seed, precious, in need of nurturing, capable of untold growth. What is this feeling? I don't understand it. Like, I want to protect you. Preposterous! I am a queen of hell! Oh, hello, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. I don't know why I said all that. I do so admire your tenacity when it comes to paying me tribute. Why don't you demonstrate it to me once more by bringing me a different offering? You do want to please me, don't you? Letting those gales of wind lift me by my wings and carry me away was so fun. I didn't even realize there was a use for wind outside of tormenting lustful souls. I've specialized in lust for so long, I've completely neglected my mastery of the other deadly sins. If I had you lick chocolate sauce off of my body, would that count as gluttony? Or would it still fall under lust? I hunger for you. And what's more, I sense in you a longing to be devoured in turn. So why am I suddenly powerless to do what I was made for? Why, now that I have you within my infernal grasp, do my claws tremble and withdraw when all my victory would take is for me to reach out and stroke you? What have you done to me? Of course I wasn't waiting here for you to get back. I'm a very busy demoness. In fact, seducing you is so far down my to-do list that I had to inscribe it on the back of my stone tablet. I still think we should have gone to the seedier theater in the bad part of town, but the company was sufficiently titillating on its own, and we did get to sit in the back row. I do so admire your tenacity when it comes to paying me tribute. Why don't you demonstrate it to me once more by bringing me a different offering? Very good. You've pleased me very, very much. You should be proud. I know you think my sudden inability to act cool around you is a sign that I must be flustered by these new feelings for you, but it's actually all part of an elaborate power play. I'd tell you what it is, but that would ruin my tactical advantage. In fact, it's so brilliant and wicked that to even give you a hint would probably overheat your mortal brain. It'd be like looking into the lost ark. So you see, I'm actually doing you a favor by not telling you. You're welcome. There you are, my pet. I hope you brought your appetite. Oh, Wormy, you're so close. It almost hurts me to turn this down. Almost. But don't lose heart. I think you might finally get it right next time. I'll deny it no longer. I've grown closer to you than any other soul. Which is why I need to tell you something very personal. I love country music. You may have summoned me here, but you didn't break my chains. That was Shania saying, "Let's go, girls." Before you, I wasn't even sure succubi could fall in love. I told myself I was fine with that. That I wasn't missing out on anything all that special, just a slightly less sinful cocktail of all the same brain chemicals that make up lust. What about that could possibly measure up to my power as a hedonistic queen of hell? And then I met you and got to know you, like really know you, not in the biblical sense. And I'm so thankful you showed me how wrong I was, because I love you. I have memorized the sound of your footsteps, so do not think you can sneak up on me. Anytime you think you've succeeded, I want you to know that it is only because I graciously allowed you to do so. Everyone in hell is so intimidated by me, I forgot how fun it was to be touched with such gleeful disrespect. Do it again, if you dare. Thank you for showing me what a loving touch feels like. An entire season dedicated to greed and gluttony and lying to children. It really is the most wonderful time of the year. Teacher's pet? Oh, no, no, no. I'll be the one doing the petting here, my little worm. My, don't I look so juicy? Good enough to eat, even. Let's play that naughty role-playing game where we pledge bonds of ownership over one another forever and ever. Of course, I would have thought such a ceremony involved collars, not rings, but when in Rome... It's as Lucifer Morningstar said. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If I have a heart of coal, then it is you alone who can stoke its flame. You look scrumptious. Let's lick each other and see if the snozberries taste like snozberries.